According to the leaked audio, Gensler offered Brad Garlinghouse $50 billion in exchange for burning 40 billion escrowed XRP. This is a covert coup against your coins, not a regulation. Now, this isn't merely rumors. I have personally listened to the leaked audio, and the clip is unambiguous. What Gensler is describing is nothing less than a conspiracy in operation, and his voice is unmistakable. It appears like Gensler is giving Brad Garlinghouse a ridiculous amount of money in return for burning an incredible 40 billion coins, which would deplete the quantity of XRP. The possible consequences of this choice are even more startling. The price of XRP might skyrocket if this burn is successful. Even a price tag of $10,000 per XRP is being predicted by some analysts. Ripple's market value would be $50 trillion at that price. However, the story doesn't finish there. However, scarcity is more than just pushing prices to $10,000. It's about generating a sense of urgency, a sense that something valuable and uncommon is eluding you. Although figures like $10,000 tend to catch people's attention, the true story is far more complex. Scarcity is a psychologically potent tool that is employed in ways that most people are unaware of. According to experts, XRP's actual value may be significantly greater, perhaps $200,000 for each coin. That's not merely a hunch. It is predicated on intricate financial models, forecasts of global liquidity, and the possibility that XRP will establish itself as the foundation of global trade. Should XRP achieve such heights, it would fundamentally alter our perception of what is feasible in the realm of digital assets. Just take a moment to consider that. Consider the effects on banks, investors, and the financial system as a whole. From Main Street to Wall Street, the reverberations would be felt everywhere. $200,000 for each XRP. Although that number seems almost unbelievable, some people are taking it seriously. This type of valuation has the potential to instantly make early adopters legendary. Consider the effects that would have on market capitalization. Even the biggest corporations in history would be dwarfed by this scale. New regulations would need to be created, and the financial industry would have to change. In fact, it would surpass the total GDP of the world. That represents a paradigm shift rather than merely a statistic. A moment that could permanently alter the global flow of money. That's precisely what the SEC wants to happen. Behind closed doors, they are not just regulating, but also planning for the future, putting themselves in a position to profit from the possibility that digital assets like XRP may control the world economy. Are you prepared for what's going to happen next? By planning this burn, they would have some power over the market's future in addition to affecting the price of XRP. So consider it. The keys to a significant financial reset based on digital assets are in the hands of the US government and financial regulators. The XRP army has always been Garlinghouse's guiding concept, and the company made it plain that the XRP army will receive payment before Gensler. It becomes even more intriguing at this point. Ripple and its investors might profit greatly if Garlinghouse accepts this $50 billion deal and leaves. However, he has already made up his mind and is not acting in this way for selfish reasons. What does this signify for the future of XRP then? If this burn occurs, XRP may go from a little-known and undervalued coin to one of the most significant financial assets globally. However, this also means that the market will have a significantly smaller supply, which, when paired with increased demand, might result in extremely high prices. Because of its newfound scarcity as well as its present use case, XRP has the potential to rank among the most valuable cryptocurrencies available. Consider a situation in which investors feel a sense of urgency and exclusivity as the amount of XRP accessible is substantially reduced. Because of this scarcity, demand may reach previously unheard of heights, making XRP a very desirable asset in the digital economy. As more people become aware of the enormous profits that may be made, both experienced traders and beginners hoping to ride the next big wave in cryptocurrency may be drawn to XRP as the excitement surrounding it reaches a fever pitch. It is impossible to overestimate this burn's devastating impact. This action has the potential to rock the cryptocurrency market as a whole. The risk is enormous, though, as is the case with any opportunity of this size. Powerful individuals operating behind the scenes could manipulate the market, and abrupt changes in attitude could cause exaggerated price fluctuations. as government organizations and financial institutions keep a close eye on things and are prepared to step in if things get out of hand. Regulatory uncertainty adds still another level of complexity. The price may plummet if the burn doesn't occur, leaving investors with significant losses and dashed hopes. What if it does, though? What if the price of XRP actually soars to $200,000? Because fortunes may be made or lost in an instant, the prospect is both exciting and terrifying. Never before have the stakes been so high, and everyone is observing to see what happens next. You might be witnessing a once-in-a-generation opportunity to acquire fortune that could change your life. The $50 billion offer from the SEC to Ripple is more than just a business deal. It's a statement that the traditional financial establishment is paying attention to digital assets. This action might change the face of international finance, bringing with it both new possibilities and difficulties. In the end, this marks a turning point in the development of digital assets. The choices we make today will have a lasting impact on how we view money, value, and the role that technology plays in our lives for years to come. Without a doubt, this is more than a brief burn or a price increase. The SEC is subtly putting itself in a position to dominate the digital asset market. The market in question is already valued at more than $2 trillion. A significant change is occurring in the realm of digital finance as a result of the reduction in XRP supply. Each coin that leaves circulation has the ability to affect the value of the ones that are left, generating a perception of scarcity that can raise prices and draw even more interest from speculators and investors. Additionally, as the market is manipulated, we witness erratic price and sentiment swings as both traders and institutions attempt to forecast the next course of action. It's possible that influential people are working behind the scenes to control the market as a whole. These covert gatherings and discussions may be laying the groundwork for a much more ambitious plan that involves much more than just XRP and has the potential to completely alter the current financial environment. With the regulations being altered and the power shifting from governments and traditional banks to those in control of digital assets and blockchain technology, this might mark the start of a new financial system. A select few may be able to control our finances in this new era, making decisions that impact millions of people without any accountability or transparency. The rest of us are left to speculate about what will happen next and who will actually gain from it. What effects will this have on Ripple, XRP, and the future of digital assets? Will control and manipulation hinder advancement and restrict access for common people, or will creativity and opportunity thrive? In actuality, nobody can say with certainty. The stakes have never been higher. And the choices made today may have long-term effects that influence how money is used in the future. There is little doubt that the world is keenly observing the emergence of this new financial order, but the results are unpredictable. The XRP army will undoubtedly be at the epicenter of this storm, though. The future of XRP is more crucial than ever. Regardless of whether this results in a sharp price increase or, a regulatory crackdown. Keep an eye on the SEC, Ripple, and the larger cryptocurrency market in the interim. This conflict has the potential to shape the financial systems of the future. And you'll want to keep a careful eye on the next chapter of this story, whether or not you own XRP. Disclaimer. This video is only meant to be informative and educational. It isn't financial guidance. Before making any investing decisions, please conduct your own research and speak with a financial advisor.